guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Abby. If you're new to my channel or just visiting me for the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Now, if you're a returning viewer or subscriber and you haven't hit that notification bell, make sure you do so you're also up to date when I post new videos. So this video is about Vanity Planet's Blend Baby. So it is a makeup sponge with a silicone applicator. You get 2 of the makeup sponges with the silicone applicator built in the packet. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and test this out. I am not a makeup guru, but I'm just going to apply my makeup the way that I normally do and then give you guys my final thoughts on what I think. I don't want this to be a long drawn out video, so I'm going to speed through a lot of the processes and yeah, just give you guys my final assessment when it's all said and done. So again, these are the Blend Baby makeup sponge with a silicone applicator, and you get 2 in a pack. So I'm going to go ahead and use one of these to do my foundation and then just see how the sponge works versus the silicone part, and yeah, just go with the flow. So let's go ahead and jump right into this video. Okay, so the first item I'm going to use is my Estee Lauder Double Wear in the color 6W1 Sandalwood. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that onto my face, and then I'm going to go ahead and use the silicone portion of the Vanity Planet sponge with the silicone applicator to apply that to my face. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so I went ahead and put the excess foundation, the Estee Lauder, onto the silicone part, and I'm just going to go ahead and buff that in. I'm not going to lie, it feels a little strange, and I'm not sure how even it's going on. You can see there's still product and it's bleeding into the sponge, but I don't feel that any product is being wasted, and I think in hindsight I should have probably started off with a little bit. Basically put it on my hand, dabbed the silicone in there, and then applied it to my face. So that's probably what I would do next time, because I feel like whereas you're used to using so much product when you use the sponge part, because it soaks up the product, you don't get that with the silicone component. But I do really like the way that it feels. So I think one of the pluses is that you'll get to save product. Okay, so I think that's good. I'm not going to add any more foundation. I'm just going to go ahead and go in with my NARS concealer and use, again, you can see that it bled in here, but I'm going to use the sponge part to put on the concealer, or I'll try a little bit of the silicone for the concealer on one side and see what the sponge part does on the other side. So let's go ahead and get my concealer on. Okay, next I'm going to go in with my NARS Soft Matte Concealer. I tend to use 2 colors, Amande as well as Chestnut, but generally in my eye area I use the Chestnut. It's a little lighter than I'd like, and then on other parts of my face I use the Amande, but it all works out well. So I just want you guys to know what I'm using. Okay, so again I'm going to use this part for one side and then use the sponge for the other. And it is hard to get in the crevice, so I'm going to go ahead and switch, and there's just product sort of sliding around, so I'm going to go ahead and switch. Put that in. I feel like, I don't know, one side seems more blended out than the other, like where I started with the silicone on this side seems a little bit more blended out than this side, but whatever. I just like to go up there, I don't know why, but okay, so far so good. I'm going to go ahead and set it. I'm going to try the silicone again for setting just to see if it'll hold on product. Not working so great, as you see. I'm going to try this side. And that's way better. Okay, so I'm gonna move on and I'm just gonna do my brows and just kind of speed through the rest of the process. So I just brush my brows, nothing major going on here. I don't tend to shape them too much. Probably could stand to arch them again and sort of trim them and groom them basically, but whatever. So I don't really contour, but what I'm going to do is use my Tonti Dalt, which is in a darker shade because it works perfectly in the summer, but in the winter months, I am a little lighter. So I'm going to use the Tonti Dalt. It's a little bit darker, and I'm just going to kind of use that as a very light contour, just on my cheeks and my forehead, just right in there, and right there, and a bit here. And I really don't like to wear a lot of makeup, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to go ahead again and try to blend that out with this side. I think I'm going to grab a little mirror. I'm going to go in with the sponge, just because it's definitely doing more. Let me just drag any excess over there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just sort of sweep off the excess setting powder. I'm going to go in a bit with just my Tarte Amazonian clay in Feisty. Yeah, just put a little bit on my cheeks because again, I don't like to wear too much makeup, but just add a little bit of that to my cheeks. And I'm going to follow up with Tarte Pro Glow. The only downside about the Amazonian clay is that it doesn't have a mirror, so yeah, it's kind of a little bit annoying. You kind of have to use something else to put that on. So as I mentioned, I'm going to go ahead and go in with the Tarte Pro Glow palette and just use the color Sunburst, which is that one there. And this comes with a mirror, so I love that about this. And I love that it's like a little flip book, you know? So I'm just going to just have that right in there. So the first one I used was Burst, and I'm going to go with a bit of Gleam. Just right in here. So I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me in the color 355 Coconut, and because it's a set and smooth sort of powder, so I'm just going to go in on top of sort of everything with that, or in certain parts, just to blend that bottom part out a bit. I know for some people it's weird that I'm doing this post my blush, and all that, but I'm only putting it in certain areas. So I only put that in certain areas, and it's just very strategic. So it's sort of like from here and a bit of up there. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead with my Lancome in the color 350, just to finish the look. Okay guys, so I love the way that it turned out. I do think that the price point for the blenders with the silicone sponge is definitely well worth it. Things that I would say I would do differently. I would put more product on my palm and then dab the silicone portion into my palm to sort of use to then buff my foundation into my face. Because for sure, I think you need less product when you're doing it this way with the silicone applicator than you generally would if you just sort of use the sponge part with your foundation and then buffed it into your face. So that's probably what I would do differently. I do think wetting the sponge or not wetting the sponge, it doesn't really matter. It's really about personal preference. If you're someone who really likes a matte look like me, maybe you don't really wet the sponge, or maybe you do, just depends. If you're someone who really likes a dewy look, then, you know, of course, I think wetting the sponge really helps. Wetting your sponge also helps to really set the makeup and helps it to really absorb and get in. And I think it also kind of adds a layer to your sponge so that it doesn't soak up too much product to actually, you know, kind of get invigorated. But overall, I liked the silicone applicator to the sponge as well. Like, I like that it's together because I think that they both offer really great value. So for me, I mean, I do think I'm going to use this more. I feel that because it's the first time I'm using it and I don't do makeup on camera like at all, if ever, it's really difficult for me to sort of do it and really explain. And I think I also have to play around with the Blend Baby just to figure out exactly how it's going to work for me, how it works with my products, and find some tips and tricks that I, you know, can use to really make it, you know, optimal for me. But I will be using it more often. And yeah, guys, I hope you found this video useful. I'll link all the information where you can get the product in the description box below. I picked mine up from Amazon, so I'll link that in the description box below where you can pick it up if you're interested. If you've used this before, please let me know. Leave me any comments, leave me any tips, any tricks that you might have come across on how to use the Blend Baby by Vanity Planet. This is not a sponsored video. I've just been picking up these silicone applicators with the beauty blenders recently, and I wanted to test them out just to see if I can find something that's a little bit easier to carry and travel with, and then I can have kind of two applicators in one. So that's what I've been doing. I have other sponge to silicone applicators that are not like this. They don't have this shape, they're kind of the flat ones, so I'll be testing those out as well. So do check out those videos as they come up. And yeah, guys, again, I hope you found this video useful. Don't forget to comment, of course, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And guys, until I see you in the next video, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you later. Don't forget to subscribe, leave me a thumbs up, drop me a comment down below, and like this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.